Alright, hello folks. Welcome to the start of another stream. This is not the time that I normally stream. It is earlier, a couple hours earlier. This is another case of where the time schedule's just gotten shuffled around due to having a moment when our little baby is asleep. William is asleep right now. It's a good time to stream for an hour or two. And the plan for today is to try to finish off the game that we've been doing the last couple weeks, of Endless Space 2. That being the game we're running with Horatio. I don't think it's going to take too much longer to finish this one off. So that's the plan. We'll try to wrap this up. I'm aware that this is, as I said, earlier than when I normally stream. It's about an hour before I would typically start back when I was on a normal schedule. And it's like 4 or 5 hours earlier than I've been starting lately because mostly I've been able to run in the afternoons local time. Now, obviously, none of this is going to matter if you're watching on the recording. But there is also the World Cup is going on as well, and England and the United States are going to play this afternoon. So I'm hoping I can watch that match. I don't think it's going to go well for the U.S., but we'll see. Anyway, so I'm trying to keep track of what we're working on here. So we were pretty close to finishing off this game, even though it's been a little while. So we have 14 star systems. We need 19 on a small map, which is what we're playing here. I believe there's 40 star systems. It's right around 40. So it's basically like a domination victory from Civ. So we have 14, so we need 5 more. We have an outpost that's almost ready to pop over here. That's 15. This we can assimilate culturally for 16. And then 17, 18, 19. Take it to the cravers for the remaining ones. So this probably shouldn't take too long. I mean, this game is pretty over. So we're way out in front of all the other AIs. And the cravers are actually the strongest. The green AI, they're actually the strongest. Although they have basically just been running away from my main fleet instead of actually fighting it. Anyway, so. Alright, this is one of the governor. Oh, this is the governor on the home system. Okay. I guess we might as well take this, although we're not exactly hurting for influence. There's a random ship here. Let's have our weaker. Oh wait, actually it's not in the system. Another one of those things where it's not actually in the system, even though it looks like it is. Okay. Population loss. This is the planet that we just took over, so it's starving a little bit. All right, well, might as well send the fleet forward. Population gain. Newman and Arcturus. Where was I sent? Oh, Arcturus is over here. I don't think I can really send Pop anywhere from here. It's too far away. I mean, I could, but we were sending to Volans over here. Yeah, okay. Newman. Sure, here you go. Send over there because we regrow 1 Pop every turn. I guess we could do the same thing with Arcturus, but where was I sending from here? To no destination. Okay, we'll leave that alone. Okay, so this is... Oh, this is the planet up... Okay, this is the planet that has the Academy. I remember. I'm trying to pick up with what I remember here. Okay. So this planet's like all maxed out too, as far as what it has for infrastructure. This wouldn't be a bad place to build a new ship. This is like the only good production center I think I have up here. Yeah, this is like the only... These, actually no, these two are the... This planet's actually much better, but I might want to build some more transports to help me invade. Alright. Move all the ships that had go-to orders that I don't remember because it's been a week since I played this. Anyway, so I'm going to send you off after the cravers. Do our next invasion. And you can hold here and intercept whatever this ship is. Oh, I remember. This is the game where all of my ships are really slow. I actually don't have that many... Yeah, we're going to need more like transport ships. So I'm researching the tech that gives you more gives you better invasion transports. This here, additional manpower deployment limit. This is used for ground invasions. So I was grabbing that to help with that. I'll probably build some out of these two systems here to help with that. Oh, what's this? Achievement unlocked the final frontier. Because I revealed the entire galaxy? Okay. Alright, new trading company.
For the likes of you.
Yeah, see, they want to end the war, but I'm going to say no. We found, okay, so now the entire galaxy's been revealed. So over here in this corner is, I think, the United Empire, the humans over here, Cravers. We were dead center, and then the Sophons are here, and then Lumeris is over here. Lumeris somehow ended up getting these planets in the middle of our territory, and we just kind of ran them over. All the galaxy explored. Easier to do on a smaller map. Alright. Let's grab the tech that lets us assimilate things culturally. No, that's not it. And we never actually picked up colonized barren or colonized toxic. I guess it's not as necessary for Horatio, who can colonize everything. Where's the one that lets us do that? Is this it? Here it is. Allows absorption of systems. So we'll grab this. And that'll let us assimilate this planet culturally down here, which is entirely within our influence. We have a lot of influence. Okay. That's a lot of systems maxing out. Newman, Wasat. You are also sending pop. Okay. It really is worthwhile to move the population around if you can. Alright, Menace and Amdor are also. How about you start sending to Akamar? Oh, it's still an outpost. Never mind, we can't send there then. And Amdor and... Where's Amdor? Oh, this planet right here. Okay. You were actually up on the front lines. Oh, Cram is already maxed out, isn't it? Alright. This system Decky has some potential if we can fill it up. Sirius is already maxed out as well. Geez, all these planets are maxed out. This system also looks pretty solid if we can... Alright. Actually, we'll send from here. Alright. So now I want to design a specific transport ship to be used for invasion, so let's create one. We want the coordinator hull because it has more, for this we want support, as many support modules as possible. Okay, so we're going to cram on this. So, it actually has a lot of support modules, apparently. And then we also will need at least some movement on this ship. We have 1,900 troops. Oh my god, that's a lot of troops to put on a ship. I'll give you 10 moves. Alright, so the ship is not intended to be used in combat. Just intended to get, because like, look at what my combat ships have. This is my frontline attacker. It carries 300 soldiers. It's right below the health. 300 soldiers. This one has 400 soldiers. This one has 1,900 soldiers. So we get a couple of these, we should be able to plow right through. Anyway, hi Dark Guna. Good to have you here. Okay, it's going to take a couple turns, but these guys are actually close enough to the front lines that they can get here in reasonable time. I'd build down here like at Newman, but it's going to take forever to move all the way up there. So we'll use these frontline ships. We don't have enough money to rush by this stuff. Alright, we also have a hero promotion, blah blah blah. This late in the game, this is not really going to do a whole lot. Should help a little bit with happiness, although apparently we're in good shape on happiness right now. Boy, my production is really bad in this game. Really bad compared to almost every other game I've done. Anyway, we were building the thing that increases science. Yeah, that was what we were working on. Alright, so can we terraform these. We don't have the, do we have the advanced terraform? No, we don't have the advanced terraforming. We should probably go for that soonish. In fact, is that more or less, all right, they're the same cost. Well, we need this so we can grab another planet, so we'll take this first. But a lot of these planets don't have a lot to build right now, the ones that are all maxed out. Like this planet's all pretty much done. I guess we could like specialize this and do a national museum. But like a lot of these planets don't really need that much. I mean, you can go to arid and then we'll transform you into a jungle next. Oh wait, no, you actually have something to build. You have this. This increases science thingy. So, like most turn-based strategy games, this game can drag a bit in the later stages. That's not at all uncommon. Hey, I'm glad you're able to catch this. Thanks for popping in. I know this is not my normal time for streaming. And over here, this is oh yeah. Oh, what is this? This is different than what the lava planets normally look like. By the way, you can get, there's like all this additional information. You can zoom in on the planets, you can do this, which gives you like information about the makeup of the planet, which is, you know, just flavor stuff that has no impact on gameplay, but that's kind of cool. Nice little detail. Alright, anyway, I haven't seen that little graphic before. Anyway, so we would want, we're still trying to get production up in this place because we recently took it over. Since all of these planets are hot and sterile, we probably want AI labor. Okay. Put the ships up. Alright. So over here, we can chase away this Graver's ship. I don't need to watch this combat. Alright, they retreated. Yep, heading back that way. So over here, we can launch. Interesting, they don't even have any ships defending this. Could launch an invasion. It doesn't look like it's super likely to be successful. Actually outnumber us here. We have, no, well, give it a shot and see what happens. I actually have very strong ground defenses here. Interesting. I'm surprised they have so many ground defenses here. We are actually not favored in this attack. Let's see what happens. Yeah, we killed some of them. Like, we lost more, so like we lost almost, what, we lost like 500-ish, they only lost 400-ish, but like we have 900 more to toss in. So, that's what that reserve is. But we really need more transports. Let's also see if there's anything we can do in terms of upgrading our units further. I don't think we have enough. This would be nice to have, but I don't think we have enough of these resources to spare. I kind of need these right now, adamantium and antimatter. Yeah, probably need those transports to punch through their defenses. Within 16 turns, reach 5 Cravers in the Rassam system. Okay, I don't think we care about that. Alright, so once again, we're continuing to throw more soldiers at them. That was a better fight for us, though. Now they're down to 525. They'll probably start drafting. They're using Protect System, which is what you use when you think you have the advantage. Of course, we are starting to run out of units over there. Let's bring this little stack forward because they'll have more transports. Yeah, this is what we chased away last turn. Alright. So I can go back and load up, I can go back and grab more units. Wish these units weren't quite so slow. Only 7 movement. I should be able to get here and back again in like a turn. So these units are coming out of the manpower. Where these units come from? Oh wait, no, but if I leave, they... Hold on. Oh no, we already landed all our soldiers. So these guys can leave and grab more transports and come back again. That invasion will still keep going even without those ships. Anyway. Sure, we'll take plus 30 production. Sure, why not? Alright, yep, well, we certainly are growing population fast. That's not in dispute. Amdur is going to seed all the planets up here with population. Which one were we filling up first? Actually, that one's already done. I think it was Deki we were trying to send population to. Yep. Alright. Alright, so Newman, this is home planet. We do have another trading company we could place down. What are... So we... Oh, that's right. This was the game where he had all of the Eden incense, was the big thing that we had. So we could use more of this transfine. If we want to... So it wouldn't be bad, actually, to try to get a trading destination like up there in Rassam. We could have this system and then send up there. Something like that. Anyway, yeah, there's not really anything to build here right now. So we don't need more food. We already have more food than we can do anything with. Yeah, we already have an insane amount of food here. Like way more food than we could actually use. We'll just put you on research for now. Get you out of the build queue. And I think that might be the case here as well. We can terraform you into arid before going to jungle down the road. Alright, Arcturus, where is this? Is that up here? Oh, that's the system over here. This is also one of the better systems, just a recently built system. So I'm trying to get its science up now. Alright, so we can reduce the harmful effects of this. And then start getting more science here, I suppose. And then we'll probably knock out all the science buildings over here. Hi, Burninator. Unusual time, I know, right? So this is the new planet, so we're going to want to colonize this. Yeah, we're going to want to colonize this just to help it get going, because otherwise we'll run out of spots there. Okay. All right. Move our ships. And again, once these transports are available, we should be able to start taking over these planets a little more easily. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, we have a planet that we... Oh, because it's the outpost. I was like, wait, what? Where is there something we didn't have already? This system here. Okay, so here... This is not a very good system, by the way. Let's do this. We'll probably drop some money on this system to get it going a little bit faster. William was asleep, and so it turned out to be a good time to run the stream. We're also going to be running some more errands in the afternoon. Alright. Oh, I see. My limit of how many I could send into battle actually went down because I moved those ships away. Okay, though. We have actually gotten burned through most of their units. Alright, so note that it's minus 2,000 this turn. That's because this, these ships are reloading. So we pull soldiers from the reserve, and they're going to go back. We need one turn to load up on soldiers, and then go back again. And then we'll be bringing in more on these troop transports as well. So this is the fleet guy, right? Yeah. The one, unfortunately, this was the wrong person to take because this person did not have any promotions that increased the movement of your ships, and that's not my biggest weakness. These are all things that like actually help you in battle, but that's not helpful here. Anyway, he does not seem to have any other promotions that are related to fighting. All these are system related, so I guess we just have to take one of these. And then in the next, we've got more hull plating, more damage. I mean, those are good promotions. But nothing that actually increases the speed of these ships, unfortunately. Alright, Newman, you are sending like 1 billion population over here to Bolens. I don't even know. It's probably, at this point, I'd probably just stop sending from Newman. Every planet that's even remotely in range. Every planet that's even remotely in range is just about full. I'll have you send to the new system here. Also, you need a system development plan. Where do we have that? Here we go. Alright, and the other one was Menes. Alright, you're probably okay too. I know it's inefficient not to send, but at some point it just starts to become tedious. It is helpful to do so, but anyway. Oh, did he wake up? Oh, he's awake. Hold on. I thought he was just... Anyway. You wake up, buddy? I started the stream because he was asleep, but apparently he woke up. He had a big day yesterday. Yesterday was Thanksgiving. He got to see his cousins for the first time. It was a busy day. He kind of needs today to rest a bit. Oh, yeah. How are you doing, little guy? You're so calm, William. You're so calm. Yeah. Not smiling, but we'll take being calm. Yeah. Okay. Where are you staring? Oh, are you staring at the light? He loves to stare at lights right now.
Staring at me, Mike.
Okay. Okay. That's a good one. Yeah, he's the reason why this stream is early, because we wanted to work around his sleep schedule. Can he focus? Yeah, he focuses really well on our faces. He's I guess 2.5 months old now. So yeah, he focuses on our faces really well. Oh, thank you guys. He is very cute. He is also a lot of work. But yeah. Okay, so we have our system development plan. We should put it in Omdur because this system could use the happiness. And we'll pay the 200 gold so this finishes. Yeah, he follows things, definitely. I don't know exactly what age that starts either, but he is apparently old enough to be able to do that, whatever his age is. Okay, let's see. So here... Well, what we'd really like to do is terraform this. 13 turns. Might still be the best thing we can do here, though. Just because this planet, it would increase the max population by 4. So we'll just let that run for the time being. It's not like there's anything super crucial that planet needs to do. And then this is the new one up here. So see how that says partially depleted? This is something that the Cravers do, is they deplete their planets over time. They get a huge increase to the output of planets, but then eventually they wear them down until they're little husks with like nothing left. Oh, now he's crying up there. Let's do this to increase the production. I hear him crying. I don't know if you guys can hear that in the background. So we lost a pop point. Okay, we ended up getting... Okay, that was some quest. At this stage of the game, these quests are not that important. Okay, so we've run through most of the reserve at this point. Hold on, let's minimize this, because if we get here, we can use these soldiers as well. Okay, so also curiosities to explore. These guys apparently did not do a good job of exploring their curiosities. And now that's actually useful. We can always use more of that. is another luxury resource that we are not using in our system development plan. All right, well, since we brought these ships over, these are a bunch of little ships from early in the game, but we do have some transports here, so they actually can take part in the invasion, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong, but are we still splicing? Well, if we can get another useful population type, the Cravers would actually be a really useful one to splice in. So we've gotten them down to just 185 soldiers. I'm really surprised they have not started drafting population yet. So okay, the crew of the ship will automatically take part in the battle next turn. So this fleet had 1.3k soldiers, so they'll get dumped in next turn. And then now this fleet here has another 2,000 that it loaded up, and we'll be able to come join this fight as well. So you can see we're replenishing our manpower because we just used up a good bit of it. Also down here, this is our transport ship. Again, has no weapons on it, but carries 1,900 soldiers. Also increases the deployment limit of how many we can deploy at one point in time. All right, yeah, let's send you up. We'll send you up to here. Let's get going. 2 of these should be pretty handy. I might build a 3rd one too, just because why not just overwhelm defenses as quickly as possible? Okay, Amdur, you send to one of these new planets. Alright, so we terraformed everything here to Arid, which is about all we can do until we get the next terraforming tech. So since I don't think there's anything too important for you to build, I'll just put you on research for right now. It's like putting a city on wealth in Civ 4. And oh, this is the one we were trying to increase the science output on. Let's do this. This is really nice, the 30 flat and then another 2 science per pop. And then we'll probably do this next, the big plus 40%. Of course, all these cost resources, so if you don't have resources, it sucks to be you. Where's Volans? Oh, that's the one I've been sending pop to. Let's try to fill this one out. So this is a system that's good on science, but weak on production. The thing about this game is because production's the most important stat. If you have good production, you can get good science anyway. So all these cold worlds, see how they all have cold type, except this one? Yeah, these tend to be some of the weakest planets in the game because their production's pretty bad. That said, a lot of these have sterile. 2 of these have sterile type, so let's build the AI labor, and then that'll actually increase their production, because it's plus 5 production per pop on sterile. We'll eventually terraform these to not be sterile, but for right now, this will be helpful. I think we can build this in 5 turns, and then that'll help us build the fabrication license, and then we'll actually have production there. Game might not last that long, but that's like what we would want to do if the game were to last longer. Alright, so note that because we have those extra ships, if you have ships that have the okay, great. If you have ships that have the transport modules on them, like, let me go back to the tech tree for a second. So we just researched this tech. This is what we use to build the transport ship. See how it says additional manpower? So that means you can cram more soldiers on the ship, but it also has manpower deployment limit, the 75. It means you can get more people into any round of fighting, and that's actually really important for taking over these planets. So like before, we were limited to 900, now we're up at 1100. Once I bring those transports over, we'll probably be able to deploy like 2,000 at a time, and then we'll just be able to hopefully overwhelm the AI. Alright, we've almost got them. See, now they're finally drafting. They're finally drafting, but down to just 30 pop now. So hopefully we'll get them next turn. Not least because by bringing these guys in, we can increase that deployment limit again. Alright, we also get to blow up a civilian transport for 1,200 gold. Oh, we were under a plus 20 morale event, and that's now worn off. Yeah, our overall morale situation is not amazing, but So just to let you know, what you can do long term to improve morale is you get to this tech down here, culture unshock, +1 systems occupied before triggering expansion disapproval. But it has this autonomous administration. You can increase the limit of how many systems before triggering expansion disapproval. So you can build this on each planet and it'll increase that limit, but it requires a system level colony 4. So you see how none of mine are system level 4, they're only level 3. I would need the level 4 modernization, and I have not unlocked that yet. So that's probably the next thing I would go for if this game were going to last a little bit longer. Yeah, some of the recent conquests are starving on population. Where's Lanica again? Oh, over here. Oh, this is one of the ones we did take over relative. Oh, you know what? I should be sending pop from Wasat to there. Probably, again, don't need to do this, but might as well. I forgot we had a new planet over here that's not very happy. It's mostly starving just because it's brand new, and we took it over from someone. Also, these planets are apparently like infernos, and people don't want to live on a burning rock. See, it's -8 happiness per point, -8 morale per pop, and then another -4 from anomalies, because there's apparently acid rain on this planet too. Jeez. Okay. Anyway, this is our original hero, from what I remember. And I don't think any of these are that useful. We'll take this. Maybe help us out a little bit with happiness. Okay. So most of these turns are just running through all the stuff that we can build on these planets. Do the science building. That'll take you a little while. You also do the science building. It's going to take you quite a while, but we have the resource to spare right now. Where is this one? Oh, this is the little resource planet that we had. So I'd actually like you to build a trade company because I want to get the Transvine in be involved in this operation. And then I can put the other end up here somewhere, maybe at Omdur or something. Let's see. All right, so Omdur is finished modernizing. Okay. Can build a moon base. Can remove. What is the bad part about the anomaly here? I don't quite understand why we would do that. Let's see. The system's pretty happy. Would be nice if, yeah, we're at that -50 from overcolonization. We probably would like to terraform this into something that's not quite as... Oh, we can do this, the population, increase the population size. That's always a good option. Oh, except I said I was going to do another transport just because. Alright, we'll build this. And then that's probably about all that my manpower situation can handle. Okay, this is the one we were doing all the science stuff. So remember how we had all of that antimatter? Well, it goes pretty quickly at 25 per F Reality Institute. Burn through it pretty fast. You should do the fabrication license. Oh, and here's our other transport. That's right, we just finished one here. So this has got 1,900 soldiers in it as well. Let's get you moving up there. They went through the wormhole, so they'll be able to move up next turn. So if we don't take it on this turn, we should take it the following turn because we've got these transports. Oh, the other thing we can do is we can take over this planet. See? It costs 3,200 influence. Let's see, influence will not reach 0. So we can buy this out, but we can take over this system for 3,200 influence. That said, because it's going to cause more unhappiness, I'll probably just wait until we have, when we have 15 systems, I'll probably wait until we have 18, and then I'll just take it over then. Or at least when we get a little bit closer to avoid more unhappiness in my systems. So I don't know what you're doing down here. Oh, there's a ship that retreated. Do we have any weapons on this ship? We have some very minor weapons on here. Okay, let's just take care of this ship. Some random Craver ship ended up down here. Alright, now you can start coming along with the rest of the fleet. We'll just start moving you up there. Oh, and we have to research something. I want the terraforming tech next. This is like the big late game terraforming tech, so you get this, which is a very handy thing to build, +4 science per pop on fertile, and you can convert most planets into fertile in the late game if you want. And then this allows you to terraform into fertile planets. So we'll go for this, and then a lot of our planets that are on research right now can go start terraforming. Again, the game probably not going to last long enough for that to be relevant, but I'd rather model good behavior. Okay, so yeah, now we have a humongous edge, 1200 against 30, so we should take over this planet. Yeah, there we go. They tried to conscript, but wasn't enough. They actually get 13 improvements in here in this system. That's pretty cool. So we'll just take that over. Alright, we also might have taken over enough Cravers population to splice. Oh, we just took over enough Cravers population to splice them. We need... I'm not sure quite how much, but we have enough. So this was something that... I know we had some people in the chat on our previous stream when I was at a more normal time. Mentioned that Cravers are a really, really good population to splice because they give you +5% to... this little symbol means 5% to food, science, production, and dust, which is money in this game. So let's splice them. So all of a sudden we're down to 3 Cravers, which is actually good. We can get rid of those Cravers. And now our Horatio will have that +5% to basically everything except influence. So that's quite nice. We could also apparently splice these guys too. Increase the capacity of... I mean, we could do this. Is there another population we'd want to splice? Maybe this, +50 damage done to it. Oh no, this is if you're defending. I don't know, we'll see. I'd actually like to get Lumeris next, but I don't think I'm going to get the Lumeris. I need 14 to do that. I don't think that's going to happen, so we'll see. Anyway. So that's nice. Now this system's been cleaned out as well. Killed off almost the entire population. But, hey, I mean, back at home systems like Newman, you know, now we get the plus... What is it? All of the population types get that extra. So, as you said, Horatio is kind of a late game... Wait, Volan's lost population? Oh, because it doesn't have enough happiness yet? Yeah. It's still starving. Okay. That's fine. As soon as AI labor is done, we'll be able to build more food stuff, and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. You can also terraform there. Okay. Umdor... Where are you? Oh, that's right. You were sending to one of these other new planets. It's a Deki. This is... It's going to need this colony to be finished, so the population has a place to go. May as well do this because everything's hot and sterile. Alright, anyway. And Menace. I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation. You may as well start terraforming. Alright, so let's send this ship forward. Alright. We have apparently a curiosity. Oh, this would be the battle remains, I think. Or, okay, we got some loot. When you fight a battle, it can leave remains behind. Alright, so what infrastructure did we capture here? We actually got quite a bit of infrastructure captured. We got some of the basic production buildings to survive, which is always nice. Of course, we killed off most of the population, which is not so great. But look, we've got resources we're not using, so that's something, I guess. Let's do this. This will increase production by 60. And then we mostly just need to import pop to that location. See, I like have all this population down here, and I want to move it up here. It's just, unfortunately, a little bit too far. So what does that get us to? That gets us to 16 planets. So we need 3 more, and then we've got this like in our back pocket whenever we want to grab it. It's deep in our influence, so it's pretty easy to flip. If this game went on long enough, we might be able to flip planets over here too. Look at how much influence we have pushing on these guys. It's a little hard to see because the red is like the same color as the background galaxy, but we have an awful lot of influence at Newman, shoving in that direction. I did once play a game where I won the game by just flipping enemy planets. You can play that kind of cultural push game if you want. Alright, anyway. So can this fleet make it here in 1 turn? Okay, yes. So we'll move next turn on this system. I'll wait here for a turn. And then... yeah, then we should be close. Oh, that's right, I have a little scout. I'm actually sieging a system over here with a probe. A little probe exploring ship. So this is on the homeworld. Well, this is nice. Minus 5% ship cost. Cool, we'll take that. Oh, actually, I don't know if that guy's the political leader on that system or not. Oh well. Wasat, send a pop point to Lanica. I don't care what type. On system Omdor, which one is that again? Okay, whatever. It's late enough in the game that this assigning the skills is not that significant at this point. Just give you a little bit of extra production, sure, why not? Alright, Omdor finished its transport. Let's get you more science. We're not really... I'd like to build this that gives you 25% on happy, but it doesn't look like we're going to be happy here in the immediate future. Okay, ecologists are still in the lead. And we'll be able to spend influence to affect the election. Okay. Alright, let's send the fleet forward. So first we're going to start with our actual military ships. So they can clear out any defenders that might be here. Yeah, there's one. I don't know that we fought like a single major battle. The Cravers just kept running away from my fleet the entire time. Yep, another retreat. Alright, so now we'll bring up transports. Alright, so now we're going to invade. Oh, look at this. We have... So we can deploy 2,600 soldiers at once. We've got another 3,200 in reserve. So, like, if we just didn't bring up these transports, this would be a very difficult planet to take over, right? But if we blitz them, we can get more soldiers in. Get 2,600 against their 1,050. Yeah, so, like, we cleared out almost the entire planet again. Now they're just down to 195, and we should be able to take them over next turn. So this I've found has been the best way to take over planets. Just build a couple of ships that are basically used for transports, and then just like blitz your way through. Alright, we'll start moving these guys up behind. And that should be our planet next turn. So 16, this will be 17. And then this one's... we can apparently take over this system for 250 influence. I think we can afford that. So we'll just grab that. And then we just need to grab this planet. Almost would be more poetic if we took over this one because this is their home world, but I'm not going to be able to eliminate them, so it doesn't really matter that much. Bringing up more transports. Okay, and you... We have to put you on the map. There we go. Move you up as well. Our score is continuing to lap the rest of the field. As I said, apparently I'm just... I should have played on a higher difficulty, apparently. Alright, so this is the advanced terraforming. Oh, this is 2,600 against 195. I think we've got this. There we go. Killed 2 more pop. Destroyed some infrastructure.
Careful, or things are going
oh,
to get
we don't forget about things like that. Okay. But we captured 11 improvements again. So, take this over. Oh, look at this. Be the first to invade 7 systems. Congratulations, you achieved this legendary deal. So, look at this. Ooh, that is a nice defensive module. It gives you both shielding and some projectiles, some health bonus, and some. So you protect against both types of weaponry. That's quite nice. Doesn't look like we're really going to get to use it though, because we only need to take over one more system to wrap this one up. All right, so I need to hold here for a turn because look, we're replenishing our forces. See how it's 1.2 out of 2k, so we're going to be. I guess the transports actually have more, but and then it looks like it's going to take 2 turns to get there. Yeah, so we'll just hold this turn and then move up another turn after that. All right, you guys can explore whatever curiosities are here. We have some old probe ships in here. Oh, we got another defensive module, not as good as the one we just picked up, which is like a super defensive module. And one of the late game resources, Quadronics, this one, which I believe we don't even have the tech to exploit right now. Alright, so what would we need to do? We would need to unlock the system development plan. If this game were going to continue, we'd need to unlock this. So let's go ahead and grab this. This improvement microwave pipes is really quite nice. We'll grab that next. And let's see, so Newman, you can now start terraforming. We should have terraformed the desert into, we could have terraformed this earlier into arid, because then from arid they can go to jungle. That's okay. We'll get started on it now then. Similarly, Wasat. So you can go straight to jungle. You do lose a little bit of production, but you usually make that back because you can see the planet size goes up by 2. So that kind of just make that right back again, and then everything else is much better. I think those are the only planets I had just building research. Yeah. Alright, meanwhile over here you can also terraform, so we can terraform Mediterranean into, well this isn't really much better. Mediterranean's pretty solid. But arid can go to jungle, let's do that. Of course by going to jungle, so you kind of have a choice if you want to stick with hot. So like I have all these planets are hot. I'm going to have these planets stick with hot as their type, because if they stick with hot, then they still make use of AI labor, which gives +5 per pop on hot. The other thing you can do alternately is you can try to turn them into temperate, and then from temperate they can go to fertile, and then they can make use of that other improvement that I just picked up. Shoot, what's the name of it? This one. So it's like, do you want to specialize for production or do you want to specialize for science? If you go the hot route if you want to go production, and then you go the fertile route if you want to specialize for science. That's kind of the main terraforming decision. Alright. Omdur, you're still sending one pop point at a time away to that little world up there. These planets can grow surprisingly fast once you start tossing pop into them from other worlds. Alright, and then this planet goes to jungle. So all that terraforming takes a while, but the planets do get much better as a result of terraforming, as you'd expect. Okay, so you can keep moving. Now let's just get you moving already. And then you are going to take a few turns to get there. Hi, Nurgles. So we also took over this planet too. We're very close to winning what this game calls conquest, but is really domination. We actually have 17 and we only need 19 systems. So we should be able to do that in a couple turns. Success. +10 dust on systems on Empire. Oh, this planet's unhappy enough that it's starting to rebel. Okay. Okay, well we can fix this. We can just build this and that'll take care of it. apparently I pumped a little bit too much population into a system. We could also do this if we needed to. Apparently I pumped a little bit too much population into a system that has planets that have -8 morale, -5 morale, -2 morale, and then this one's +1. Yeah, I stuffed this full of different people. How many have I played? I've actually played a fair number, almost entirely off stream though. So yeah, we'll just we can rush by this like next turn, and then we can also do the system development plan here as well, because that'll also be +15 on system. I do not expect to be checking out the next Civ 6 leaders, or just Civ 6 in general at this point in time. Oh, we actually have multiple planets that are unhappy. Well, we'll just have to win the game before they get too unhappy. Um, yeah, Civ 6 was a bit of a disappointment, I have to say. I did appreciate the game when it came out because it did make a lot of improvements to Civ 5, but the biggest disappointment for me was just the fact that they never really did anything to improve the AI, which is what they needed to do the most. And it just never really did anything. They just stuffed more extras into the game again and again and again and again and again. No, I can't say I really want to play. Can't say I really want to play Civ 6 at this point. Kind of did what I wanted to with that game. Sorry, but playing the game where I never built any districts and on the highest difficulty level, like literally built no districts at all, and still won by space very, very easily on that difficulty, kind of ruined it for me. The AI just can't play the game. It's pretty sad. It's like if the AI just can't play the game at all, like there's not much of a point. They unfortunately they can't do either end of the game. They can't threaten the player militarily. The only way they can do that is the early game cheese rush. Just they take their starting units and just attack instantly, and anything other than that, they just cannot pose any military threat whatsoever. And they can't tech and build their cities. It's like if they can't, play the economic side of the game and they can't play the military side of the game, well, there's just not much there, unfortunately. It's kind of sad because we've seen from multiplayer that there's some pretty good, like the mechanics are decent, but yeah, unfortunately, no AI there to play the game, unfortunately. Anyway, so I was curious if there was anything I could pass that would give me. Oh, I can pass the Senator Bob Act. Okay, let's get that. We don't need this. Let's abolish that and pass this. So we're just running all the stuff that gives us more happiness. +20 on systems, +2 pop. Let's see if that has resolved our unhappiness crunch. Look how far we are. Very, very, very far out in front of where we should be on Empire. We have 17 systems. We can only hold 10. That's because we have not managed to get over to this tech, which allows you to build this thing, which no, not this. Autonomous administration allows you to increase +1 systems occupied before triggering expansion disapproval. We do not have that yet. We have run very, very, very far out in front of that one. But, okay, this has been enough to get our systems out of mutinying. Volans is all the way up to content now. That's pretty good. So we'll just cancel that and we'll just do this right now. Yep, that is the only tech that does that. Humankind expansion, again, humankind, so it's the same thing that Civ 6 had. Humankind does not need an expansion with more leaders and more doodads. What it needs is for the AI to just be able to play the game better. And to its credit, the AI in Humankind is not terrible, to its credit. But I have very little interest in an expansion that just crams more stuff into the game. As I said, I don't think that's what it needs right now. So at the moment, I'm not super interested in that either. Oh, we should do this first. I don't think the game's gonna last that long. There are other ways to increase the cap. We're actually already running one of them, which is we're running a federation government. And what this does is +1 system before overcolonization per hero supporting the leading political party. So we're actually getting, how many heroes do we have? So we have every ecologist hero is increasing that cap. So 1, 2, 3. We also have military as our other type. So this is also counting 4, 5. So we're actually getting +5 just from all these heroes. We can see if there's another one we can purchase that would increase the limit further on the marketplace. Might be heroes. No, there's no hero type that's going to help us. There's no ecologist or military heroes for sale. Alright. Anyway, so we should be able to wrap this up shortly. We just need to take over this planet and then influence buy out the other one. Alright, let's send our ship forward. I'm a little sad we never really got to have a big battle. The Cravers just ran away from our fleet at every stage of the game. And they're still running away. I built these ships and never really got to use them. This isn't even really that good of a fleet, honestly. Like, it's just 6 medium ships. That's not really that impressive, honestly. As I said, I guess I have to play on a higher difficulty. Well, we'll do another game on a higher difficulty. Okay. So once again, 2,600 against their 1,100. We were able to take out half of them. We should be able to get the second half shortly. Maybe another turn or two to wear through them. And I still have another transport ship coming up too, although I think it's still 2 turns away. Got more of these. Alright. Yeah, Volans is apparently still starving. Looks like it's stabilized right now though. And then we're going to have this. It'll actually be happy when this finishes, which is kind of hilarious. So Omdra has been steadily tossing pop into this system, Deki. And we've almost completely filled up this system with population. So we're going to have to colonize another planet there. Let's send one more, and then you can afterwards go to one of the other new planets. Alright, what do we finish? Newman, terraform to arid. So that means we want to go now to jungle. So Mossad has already gone to jungle here. So now we can do the same thing on these planets. We could also build this, but it's not going to do that much because we don't have any... we have fertile here. Never mind, jungle is fertile. I forgot the jungle is fertile as well. So now Wasat's huge food surplus will fill up its extra slots. Alright, we built the trade quarter, so we need the another trade quarter ending point. Actually, this would not be a bad place to do that. Maybe we can dump some money in here and finishing this. Yeah, we've got enough to spare for this. Get the other end of that. Alright. This system is not very good. A bunch of ice planets that have very little in the way of production. We'll do this so this will actually get the production a bit higher. We have how much pop here? 16, so that's 16 times 4. That's what? What is that, about 70 production or so? And then we also get another 10% on top of that. So that'll take that up over 300 production. But the game is probably going to be over before we get to that point, let's be honest. Alright, another planet we want to go to. Actually, here we should do this for the +1 population slots, because this planet system's all maxed out on pop. And this is one of the recent places that we took. We'll just do this. Alright, well since our stuff since we're in pretty good shape, we're gonna just grab this planet. We never really finished this quest. We were kind of starting the Horatio quest line. This is like the second step in the Horatio quest line, is occupy this system. Whenever this quest line pops up, a new planet appears on the map. Like, this planet was not here at the start of the game. So you want to take it over and raise its morale to 50. We just never did that because morale was so bad that we never wanted to take over this really crummy planet down here in the corner, which would then make our morale situation worse. But we'll take it over now. We can use influence. So there we go. Unfortunately, the morale here is appallingly bad. Like, really bad. This is, as I said, this is a very, very weak system, so we're not going to get that morale up before the game is over. All right, that said, we're now at 18 systems. We only need one more. We only need 19 for the game to come to a close, so hopefully we'll be able to take this over next turn, and that should pretty much be it. As I said, the AI didn't put up much of a fight in this game. I thought that the local terrain was pretty terrible, but the AI really did not put up much of a fight. You know, we have 2,600 troops and another 2,700. We can't commit yet. Alright, probably need one more turn. So they're conscripting population to try to give them a little bit more in the way of defense. So can these ships get here? Alright, well we got another transport up here. Cool. So we'll be able to toss in more next turn, because we've got that transport that managed to get there. This is our fleet admiral who never got to do anything, because we never really had a fight. 20% extra damage on fleet. Yeah, not bad. I mean, if we actually had a fight, yeah, the splicing continues until morale improves. If we want, we can do one last splice of these guys. It's not gonna do anything. Plus 50 damage done to attacker. This is if someone attacks you, you do more damage to them. Or we can just have increased. This is probably more useful, honestly. Increases the manpower capacity. Clearly, we're not going to hit enough Lumeris to splice. Leave it alone for right now, I guess. Okay. Alright. Polaris, you finished. Should probably terraform. Actually, you should probably just do this, because every planet's either fertile or cold. So again, if we were to stay here, we would, if this game were to continue, well, we'll knock out the moon base, but I would terraform these into jungle worlds. So eventually, with enough time, you can make just about any system strong, but it does take a lot of time and a lot of production. If we could turn this into jungle, although that doesn't really do much. The main thing it does is changes it from, it turns it to fertile, which it's not right now. Yeah, that's the main thing that this does. It makes it fertile. It can also go to Terran, which gives us more food but less production, and then it's no longer hot, so it doesn't benefit from AI labor anymore. Again, we're really overthinking a lot of this. Here, just do this. It's never going to finish. Alright, yeah. So Volans is back to content. What this planet really needs is to terraform into stuff that isn't as hostile. Yeah, this makes the planet better in pretty much every way. It technically loses some science, but again, we can get that back when it becomes fertile, and then we can build some of that other stuff down the road. We also should have built this a long time ago. I guess that was a captured planet, so we weren't the ones directing its infrastructure. Oh, do we actually have some enemy ships here to fight? Alright, anyway, we're going to support the ecologists again, so let's spend influence to help with that. I don't know which one of these is better. We'll just do this strong boost to the selected political party. We need the ecologists to stay in power because we've got all those ecologist heroes. It looks like it's going to be ecologist and military, which is fine. Those are the parties we're using right now, so... Alright, that's fine. These are the two that we want. This law I do not find to be very useful. You get science for destroying enemy ships, but I'd rather have something that's more useful than that. Alright, anyway. Can we get an actual battle here? Volans is starving still. Alright. We have 3,300 because we got that last transport over here. 3,300 against their 1,000. Oh, it looks like they brought in more soldiers with that fleet that came in. Oh, did I not? Hold on. Yeah, shut up. Alright, enough. No, okay, never mind. I did have us patrolling the system. It looks like they brought in some more defenders with this fleet here. Are we actually going to get to fight somebody? Alright. So they're able to combine their forces together. Alright, so yeah, they have some mediums in this fleet. What weapons am I actually using here? I am on short range. Okay, so we need to get up. We definitely need to use this turtle formation. We need to get up close because we have short range weapons on these guys. Yeah, everything's short. So what are they mostly using? They're also pretty good at short range on their stuff. Well, let's watch it. I actually think I could have shifted another transport ship into the... I had a spare command point. Okay. I'm going to be very sad if we lose the fight here. I think that we're stronger, though. Their ships have like 2,400 attack. Mine have 3,600 attack. Okay. Let's watch the fight on this side first. They have 2 mediums over here. I also have my commander too, which is giving extra stats to all my ships. Let's see. So they're firing at my tank. You can tell by the little symbols, the little square means it's a protector ship. So it's absorbing the damage so far. I mean, it looks like we're doing more damage over here, I think. Certainly looks like we're not focus firing because only the attacker class ships actually focus fire. But it certainly looks like we're going to kill this ship before they kill my ship, from what I can see so far. We've also killed all of their little small ships. And there goes one of their ships. Nice. What's going on over here in this part of the battle? So, again, we have to fire at their defender class ship first, and then once that's done, we can fire at their attacker class ship. We've got one of our tanks is getting low, but we've killed almost their whole fleet at this point. This is the only ship that's really low. It's at 6,000. At least we finally got to see some fighting. We also get the bonus damage because we killed off like their flotillas. So it looks like that's going to go down, and then this is the last ship. At least we finally got to see like kind of a respectable space battle here. So they didn't kill anything. They got one ship kind of low, but we killed their entire fleet. Nice. So that was a plus. We got a lot of experience from that too. Excuse me. All right. Well, now the ground battle can commence. So we were able to kill almost the entire thing. I think next turn we'll have this. Plus we even have some more ships moving in. There we go. Moving another one of these. Okay. There we go. Well, that was their attempt to try and save the system, and it didn't work. So, yeah. Didn't work for them. Yersh is apparently starving over here because it's still mutinous. Minus 80 from overcolonization. I'm just going to let this go. I guess Omdr could send one pop point, but I think that's fine. This is our... Is this our commander? No, this is just someone who's on one of the systems. I'm a little surprised we didn't get a promotion on our general there. Alright, you can build this. You have enough fertile, or is it enough, actually you only have one fertile planet, so not really going to do that much, but, oh well. Once we have some actual fertile planets, it's worthwhile to build this. Yeah, if you win the game, it doesn't matter if your empire explodes 5 turns later. I mean, yes. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much the situation, right? All right. So what are we researching next? Oh, we also have the ability. That's right. We also finished. Honestly, we shouldn't do this. We should do this. This is a really, really useful improvement. It gives you +2 of everything per pop. And then again, costs 10 of each of these resources. So between the need to build, there's like 3 really big mid-game, mid to late game improvements that use these resources. So this the fabrication license, which is the big production one, and that's 25 of the adamantium or whatever it's called. And then there's the science one that we already built here, the F Reality Institute. This one's 40% science, but it's 25 of the other resource. And then this is +10 of This is +2 of everything, but it costs 10 of each. So each planet wants all 3 of those, and that's 35 of each resource. So I am always short of these 2, adamantium and antimatter. Always, never have enough of these 2, because of those improvements are also important. All right, anyway, so we need 1 more of these to unlock the System 4 development plan. But again, the game is going to be over before we get there, so we'll... Usually, the one I research is just this to unlock exploitation of the purple resource, or a call kicks. So, again, the game should be over in 1 turn, but we'll just pretend that the game is going to be ongoing. I think our 3600 is enough to beat their 300. We have 130 tanks against their 20 and 230 infantry against their 9. This should be enough. Yeah, there we go. They conscripted another pop point, but it didn't matter. We still had another 4,000 on the transports if that didn't, if that wasn't enough. So we actually captured 13 cravers here. Alright, and that takes us up to 19 systems, so we should win at the end of the turn. Alright, there's our commander, yeah. Plus 40% damage on fleet. Yeah, having the commander offer your ships is a pretty big deal. Yeah, they're never going to stick around to fight this, so we can just turn off the animation. As I said, they're just going to retreat. There they go. So, we would... If the game were to continue, we would stop here for a few turns. By the way, look at this system. It's going to be starving at a horrific rate. Minus 100 food per turn. A lot of hot worlds up here. Kind of interesting. So I would, if this were going to continue, I'd be doing stuff to get them food. Something like this. Actually, I don't have any luxury deposits. Also, we do have curiosities to explore here. What curiosities are in there? Are on this world? Battle tactic. Oh, I was trying to click on the curiosities. I'm always curious, haha, what these are. Oh, another source of quadronics. Interesting. I guess that's all the ones that they had there. Okay. Population grows. It's fine. We're good. So, and this is, yeah, jungle. Because that's plus on fertile, right? Yeah. And this is the little planet that we were working on. Yeah, see, this little planet is not especially happy, but we've been able to turn it from a little wasteland into something that's pretty decent production, and then we can increase that further by building these. So you can get the, just like in Master of Orion, the original, you can get the late game planets going pretty quickly. Oh, what's this? Is that a pirate? No, that's the Sophons. I thought for a second that was like a pirate ship flying around there. All right, well, that should be it. I mean, we got the 19 systems. There's no need to drag. I mean, look at the score. There's no need to drag this game out. Let's just wrap this one up. Do I have a business email? I do. I don't think I'm going to give that out on stream, though. But yes, I do have a work email. So anyway, we've achieved victory. Continue playing now. Let's see the score screen. And there are some replay stats that you can see. One thing I wish that... I'll let the cinematic run.
Closer to perfection. Smarter. Shrewder. Stronger. Now, with the old gods dead, it is time to seek a new god. It is time.
Not for YouTube,
for
no.
all to worship Horatio.
So Horatio, very, very laid back, very chill guy. No, I don't have a separate email just for YouTube. Yeah, so let's take a look at the game. So this was on the difficulty 5 out of 7. It was actually relatively close for the first 80 or so turns, and that's when we started to pull away. In part, that's because the starting position was really weak. Also, because I think Horatio. It's funny. I wanted to pick Horatio for this game because I think that they're a really creative faction. But I've gotten to the point now where I don't think Horatio is actually that good. I have been like less and less happy with this faction as I have played them more. I think that they are mediocre to probably a little bit subpar as far as the different factions go, but they're very creative, like this race of clones. Anyway, so conquest, serious difficulty, overscore. I don't know what overall score 19 means. I literally have no clue what this means. So we did not have any systems get to max level. Note that we did win in 122 turns. Like I said, most of these games that I've played, they last roughly like 120 to like 150 turns, which is really nice pacing. Yeah, Horatio, insanely weak start. That is what everyone was saying who's played this game more. So let's look at some of the comparisons. Food. Food was the one stat I did have. I actually had a lot of food. I was way out in front of everyone except the Cravers, who get all those early game bonuses in food. Industry, look at how bad my industry was. This was a game where my planets were all, it was a very weak start. Just felt like everything was super slow because I didn't have any good planets in the neighborhood at the start of the game. So we just had no production at all when the game started. Dust, I never focused too much on this. I was very poor. Science, we didn't actually outpace the Cravers until the very, very end of the game. Look, they were ahead of me in science for pretty much the entire game. I have played the Riftborn. The Riftborn are extremely overpowered. Influence was the one thing we had in this game because we had Eden Incense, which is the influence luxury resource. We had tons of influence in this game, just like absurd amounts of influence. But to get back to Nurgle's point, Riftborn are very overpowered in this game. I played one game with them, and it was like the most crushing, stomping victory I've played. Maybe we'll see them on stream at some point. I'd actually like to do Vadyani next because I have not really played them, and they would be a fun one to explore. The AI also, when the AI plays the Riftborn, they're also very strong. When the AI plays the Vadyani, they're very weak because the AI does not understand how to play the Vadyani. So the AI is very bad at playing them. Anyway, one thing we did have is because we had a lot of food, we were able to convert this. We had this food advantage. We're able to convert that into a population advantage. And, with Horatio, if you're ahead in pop even after doing all that gene splicing, then you are in good shape because your Horatio pop gets all those bonus stats. So we pulled ahead of the A. You can actually see some of the splices on here when we dropped population. Research, we pulled ahead in research. I don't know quite what happened on that turn. Oh, you know what it was? That's when I had my, I think I had some planets running the research thing, and I must have turned them off or something. I don't know. I believe that that's still the case, is it always takes a full turn to build their pop. If that was not the case, they'd be even more overpowered. Trade, we didn't do a whole lot with trade. Approval, this was the bad morale game. My Empire-wide morale was so bad for such a long time, and then this is when we flipped into, it's either Republic or Federation government, I can't remember which one, but our morale was so bad, we had like half the Empire ready to revolt, and then finally I got into a government that allowed me to make more use of that. Expansion, we did expand well. It's just our systems were very low quality, so we were able to out-expand the AI. Heroes, we bought some heroes, and then we weren't even first in military at the end of the game. That's crazy. Cravers were still first in military this whole time. Where was their fleet then? What were they doing with their fleet? Like, we smashed them at the end of the game, but where were all their ships? I don't get it. Yeah, most systems are very hostile in this game, and that's also part of the reason why the Riftborn are so good, is because the Riftborn are great on hostile systems. They like sterile planets, but the game is like set up so that most of the planets are like hostile, and you have to terraform them into good planets. But like the Riftborn can just use them immediately at the start of the game, so yeah. Anyway, so this was, where were we in this game? Oh, here it is. This is the one we did. So we won on turn 123. That is relatively fast. Oh, they're just sorted by date right now. I don't think they're sorted by score or anything like that. So yeah. This is probably one of the better games I did. This was a game where I was the United Empire, and I actually had very strong planets near me. And I also had the Eden influence, the resource that gives influence, and that's what they want because they can use it to basically cash rush things. And I just cash rushed everywhere and ran over the galaxy. It was fun. But yeah, Riftborn, pretty crazy. So just some of the games. So I guess I've done a decent number of games. It's like 7 or so games played to completion so far. All right, well, we'll start another game next time. I guess that's it. We probably don't have enough time to start another game because I've got stuff to do. But next week we'll do another game. As I said, I'm thinking Vadyani. I'm thinking because I have not played them, and they have so many weird mechanics. They're worth exploring. The fact that they don't actually colonize planets, they have these big ships, and they kind of go around enslaving and draining the essence of all the other races. It's kind of weird, but. Would I consider multiplayer and Endless Space 2? I don't think so. I actually don't think this game is balanced very well for multiplayer, and I unfortunately don't really have time for multiplayer stuff at the moment, just because we've got the baby. If I do get more time as he gets older, the next multiplayer thing I would do would probably be another Diablo 2 variant team, because there's another one I'd like to do. But right now, you can see I'm streaming at different times because it depends on when he's available. Survival horror, I don't even know what that is, but it sounds interesting. Anyway, though, so this was fun. I'm glad we managed to wrap this up. As I said, we'll probably try to start a new game next week. That's the plan. And I wish I had more time to stream, but we've got a little baby, and he cries a lot, and he needs a lot of attention. So I'm going to have to hop off here. I hope everybody is going to have a great weekend. If you're in the U.S., celebrate Thanksgiving. Hope it went well. And I'll see you guys next week. Have a good one, folks. Take care.